Welcome to Animaze Vidz. We create animated movie explainers, breaking down complex plots, characters, and themes in a funny way. Din, Jimmy Wong, is a humble, working-class college student in the bustling city of Shanghai, caught between the grind of daily life and a dream that refuses to die. His heart beats for a long-lost childhood friend, Li Na, Natasha Liu Bordizzo, who moved away 10 years ago. Life for her has drastically changed since then. She now lives a life of luxury, fame, and privilege, worlds apart from the modest life Din leads. Yet, despite the distance and time that has passed, Din has never stopped thinking about her. He dreams of one day reconnecting, of rekindling the bond they once shared. Theirs was a friendship forged in the innocence of youth. Growing up together in the same neighborhood, their lives were intertwined. They were inseparable, two souls connected by the simplicity and purity of their shared experiences. But life, as it often does, pulled them apart. Lena's family moved away, and she left behind not just the place they called home, but the boy who had always been by her side. As the years have passed, Din has struggled to move forward. His current reality is a far cry from the dreams he once nurtured. To make ends meet, Din works extra shifts as a delivery boy, constantly on the move, running from one job to the next. But there is one thing that keeps him going: his desire to give Lina the one thing he feels will bring them back together, a special birthday gift. He holds on to the hope that, perhaps, if he can just show her how much he cares, they can rediscover the bond they once had. Lina, now a famous model, has little idea of the life Din is leading. Her life is filled with glamour, photo shoots, and the attention of admirers. To her, Shanghai is just another stop on her path to success, and Din seems like a distant memory, a forgotten chapter in her past. Yet, there remains a small part of her that might still remember the boy who once meant the world to her. On the last delivery of the day, Din encounters an elderly man who gives him a seemingly ordinary teapot. Little does Din know that this teapot holds the key to a life-changing adventure. Upon returning home, he is met with disappointment from his mother, Mrs. Song, Constance Wu, who discovers that Din has been skipping classes to earn money through his deliveries. She's worried about his future, but Din's heart is set on something more important: his plan to reunite with Li Na. As Din examines the teapot, something extraordinary happens. A voice emerges from within it. Long, John Cho, a powerful and ancient wish dragon, reveals himself to Din. Long informs Din that he is now the dragon's master, and that the teapot has granted him 3 wishes. Din will be Long's 10th and final master, and through him, Long will be freed from his servitude, allowing him to ascend to the spirit world. The news is both thrilling and overwhelming for Din. He can hardly believe what's happening, but Long, with his ancient wisdom, is patient with Din, explaining that this is his destiny. The dragon's powers are vast, and yet they come with limitations: no killing, no time travel, and no magic to make people fall in love. But for Din, the possibilities seem endless. He's eager to make his wishes, to use the power of the dragon to change his life. However, Din's newfound powers come with danger. Mr. Wang, Will Yun Li, Li Na's father, is in dire financial straits. Desperate to save his business from the brink of collapse, he sends a group of goons after Din to retrieve the teapot. The goons are led by a mysterious man named Pockets, Aaron Yu, who is never seen without his hands in his pockets. They are relentless, and Din finds himself forced to use his first wish to escape them. It's a shocking introduction to the danger that the teapot and Long can bring into his life. As the story unfolds, Long begins to discover the modern world through Din's eyes. The dragon, who comes from an ancient time during the Qing dynasty, has never seen anything like the world of smartphones, ice cream, or shrimp chips. He's amazed by everything, as though he's seeing the world for the first time. This contrast between Long's ancient wisdom and the modern world is both comedic and endearing, providing moments of levity amid the unfolding drama. But Din is not content with the ordinary life he leads. He wants to make an impression on Lina, to show her that he's changed, that he's someone worthy of her attention. With the help of Long, he uses his second wish to transform himself into a wealthy, princely figure for one day. The goal is simple: to impress Lina and rekindle the connection they once had. He hopes that, by appearing rich and powerful, he can finally bridge the gap between their worlds. However, things don't go as planned. Lina, although initially impressed by Din's new persona, is disappointed when her father refuses to attend her birthday party. She's troubled by his absence, a reminder of the strained relationship they share. Din, in his disguise as Dan, tries to comfort her, but it's clear that something is missing. When Mr. Wang, through a video call, sees Din's expensive suit, he assumes that Din is a suitable match for his daughter, and he encourages them to share a meal together. But Long, ever the wise advisor, warns Din that Lina will leave him as soon as she discovers the truth about his humble origins. The date is a disaster. Din, eager to play the part of the wealthy suitor, orders 3 of everything on the menu, overindulging and making a mockery of the situation. Lina, ever the model of grace, is disappointed by his behavior. But it's not just his actions that drive her away. It's the realization that Din, the boy she once knew, has changed. He's no longer the same person. His desperation to be someone he's not has alienated her. The night takes an unexpected turn when the goons, still hunting for the teapot, track Din and Lina down. In a moment of crisis, Long transforms into a dragon-shaped kite, helping them escape the clutches of the goons. As they retreat to Din's childhood neighborhood, Din's walls begin to crack. He reveals his true identity to Lina, letting her know that the person she's been with all day is the same boy she once knew. They reconnect, reliving the childhood memories that once defined their friendship. For a brief moment, it seems as though things might return to the way they were. But Lina, burdened by the expectations of her father and the pressures of her new life, retreats. She can't go back to the past, not without abandoning the responsibilities she has now. She leaves Din heartbroken, and in his desperation, he makes a final, reckless wish. He asks Long to make him rich, hoping that wealth will give him the respect he craves. Long, however, reveals the tragic truth of his own past. He was once a powerful and wealthy lord, but his selfishness and cruelty led to loneliness and tragedy. His wealth meant nothing in the end, and he died without anyone by his side. Long's punishment was to become a wish dragon, and through his servitude, he has learned the painful lesson that wealth and power are fleeting, and that the true value of life lies in understanding and kindness. As the story nears its climax, Mr. Wang learns that Din is the one in possession of the teapot. With the help of Pockets, he sets out to take the teapot from Din. But betrayal is in the air. Pockets, hungry for power, uses the dragon's magic to turn everything he touches into gold, even Mr. Wang. In the chaos that follows, Pockets turns against Mr. Wang, throwing him from a scaffolding, leading to his near death. Din, in a desperate attempt to stop the madness, chases after the goons and confronts Pockets. A fierce battle ensues, with Long ultimately sacrificing himself to save Din. The dragon, in his final act of selflessness, places himself in the way of Pockets' golden touch, turning both Pockets and himself into gold statues. Din is left devastated, unable to save his friend. But Long, ever the teacher, has one final lesson to impart. He pleads with the guardian of the spirit world to return to Earth, knowing that Din has one final wish left. The guardian agrees, but only if Din uses his last wish to heal Mr. Wang, a final act of kindness to redeem the past. In the end, Mr. Wang's business is saved. He opens a restaurant featuring Mrs. Song's cooking, and both Din and Lina help in the kitchen, bringing their worlds together once more. It is here, in this new beginning, that Din finds a teapot similar to the one that Long once resided in. He releases Long, who returns to the spirit world, knowing that his work on Earth is done. Din, having learned the true meaning of life and friendship, places the teapot on a carriage driven by the elderly man from the beginning, who, it turns out, is the guardian of the spirit world. And so, the story ends. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.